We're back talking about One Piece, but there's something
Howdy.
different. Yeah, there's something different in the air today. I can't quite put
Is
my
it the
finger on
smell?
Joe was with us.
Yeah, I finally did it.
He finally
caught up.
Joe did it. I thought it was something to do with us all brushing our teeth for some reason before we recorded the podcast, so our
I did
words
not brush
come out
my
nice. Joe, I smell it! Gross. Well, yes,
Got my chicken breath all over you.
Bradley is here. He has caught up with One Piece, and he has been a diligent boy reading weekly. Bradley, how has your 3 weekly experience been so far?
Oh man, I am the happiest I've ever been with the story of One Piece. But now that I get to be part of the community, I realize, damn, there's some dumbass One Piece fans already.
No!
So like, y'all are the good One Piece fans.
And everyone who watches our videos, come on.
Exactly.
Come on now.
We have a
Now,
good little community.
it's a shonen series that is one of the most popular series in existence, so it's bound to gather a lot of people.
Very common
yeah.
denominators in
Yeah.
shonen series.
Yeah, it is what it is. And sometimes we poke fun at them, but you know what? We're all reading the same series, and we're all having fun, except for the people that aren't having fun but are still reading the series.
I'm gonna just say I made some fire memes today.
Oh my god. Tyler was going off about the state of the anime, which
This is during the week of episode 1028 that's just released, and it's Luffy's counter on Kaido when he punches and gives him the nice uppercut.
yeah, Luffy's
I've been having
using advanced conquer hockey for the first time.
Yeah, and I'm just kind of thriving on everybody's anger and frustration with Toei's animation.
Okay, but Tyler, we watched the episode together last night. You gotta say some of that was whack, bro.
I don't care. I know what it is. I can tell what's happening because I've read. It's fun.
Yes.
Like you said, half of it I'm there for the audio. That's kind of it.
The audio is killer. They're
That's
really good at
kind of
that.
all I'm there for. I've watched Naruto. The animation changes every 2 years in One Piece. Who gives a shit at this point?
Dude, Naruto has better animation than a lot of One Piece.
I've watched JoJo's. Animation changes. Go suck a tree nut.
Yeah, but they're still adapting shit. I mean, Naruto gets kind of weird with it with the pain fight where they're morphing into other creatures.
Oh god, this popcorn's so good. Oh my god.
Tyler wanted this thumbnail. It's not gonna happen to be like anime Luffy hitting Kaido in the side with the hockey punch, and I'm like, Tyler, Kaido's been dead for 6 weeks at least.
Y'all, Amano Moon drew that though.
Did he?
No.
Stop it! No, he wouldn't. Amano Moon would never put those shitty Dragon Ball auras into their wonderful artworks. God. Anyways, let's talk about 54. I have some bullet points that I need to make sure we touch on, but what do we think about this chapter? So this was the chapter where primarily what's happening is Green Bull's fighting the samurai, Shanks is drinking the sake, and Sabo is putting the world on fire. And notably, it was the chapter we came back from after a 4-week break, which wasn't that brutal. Actually, we survived. It wasn't that bad, but
We had other things to do.
yeah, don't do this again, Oda. That's all I'm saying. That's fine.
I'm
Gun
just
to your
saying this is just wood style jutsu that Yamato uses from Naruto, so I'm gonna just be shitty.
I think it's interesting that you would attribute that to Yamato and not fucking Hashirama, who is a god with it, with the first Hokage. But
I mean, we get Hashirama for 2 episodes, and then we get Yamato for all of Shippuden.
You know what's funny, Tyler, is that I was thinking the exact same thing.
okay,
Yamato has better facial expressions anyway.
What do you mean? His face makes no expression. All right.
But sometimes it does, and it's.
Let's talk about Green Bull. How do we feel about this character and his introduction as cool-looking dude that just goes straight into racism, on a dime? He does not wait.
I'm glad the cops are actually being called out.
One Piece is not political. Keep your politics out of my children's pirate manga.
Yeah.
I like how prepared he is. Like this, just like he is a force of nature.
Yes, I mean
yeah.
that is the operative word here.
Yeah.
I like the actor that that Green Bull's based off of. That Oda talks about.
Mm-hmm. If you can post the picture, if you have it on Midcast, Jack, because I don't know if Joe or Tyler.
Yeah.
I mean, you're Tyler. Bradley's the other person in this podcast now. That's right.
Yeah.
So we can talk about it more next chapter, but I thought as like an introduction, like he's saying the quiet part out loud is the way I saw put, where he's kind of embodying what the Marines kind of represent, even if they don't all align with how he's doing things. I think it's quite a bothersome. Like it's quite like it is their epitaph put into a human.
Yeah, it's like even if all the other Marines don't believe this specific stuff he's saying, the stuff the Celestial Dragons make them do is enforcing this ideology.
Like, I feel like maybe we're giving a little bit too credit to the original three. But I feel like Akainu and
Kuzaru and Kuzan,
like
Aokiji, whatever.
Yeah, Aokiji. Like they are definitely like they have like the tenets of the Marines in there, but there's something in them that like still feels a little bit like justifiable.
They feel like older school, like before the world was quite as shitty.
The first time I encountered Green Bull, I wanted to ask you guys, like, what do you think would you say is the core difference between Green Bull and Akainu?
It's interesting. I think, you go, Joe. You go first.
I think for like Akainu, like gets shit done, but he does it in such a neutral fashion, right?
Yeah,
like
he's a huge fascist, but he's not like reveling in it.
Right, and and like I think the difference is like Akainu has like a very set balance and like is very much like I think he honestly sees everyone pretty evenly across the board, with maybe the exception of the Celestial Dragons.
It's like he cares more about your actions. If you're a criminal, you're like it doesn't matter the crime. You need to be stopped.
So like Akainu, it's like because there is a kill order on your head, I have to kill you because that's the law.
That's order.
But he wouldn't go out of his way to do it. Whereas Green Bull is like, because it's not illegal to kill you here,
I'm going to kill thousands.
I can do it.
Yeah, Andrew makes a point to signify that they are lesser beings.
Yeah,
and everything. Whereas I think Keanu, like he acknowledges like the citizens when he burned them down, but he's like it's for the greater good of our society, basically.
Joe, I have to pull you aside and do Akainu name lessons again.
You know what? I'm not Japanese. I'm going to count up.
No, this generates comments, so it's always because everyone's like, you guys say Wano and Zhao wrong.
Wano.
Like, we love the Wano arc.
That's our secret.
That's my secret.
I call it Sakazuki, because that's much easier to say.
That is more syllables. But whatever. I love how he's like a bootlicker to Akainu. I think he makes Akainu look way cooler in comparison. But I'm glad that we have like another filthy admiral, like one that's like genuinely mean and bad. Because especially, I feel bad for post-time skip Akainu because he just wants to be hunting down crime. He doesn't want to deal with all these politics. Every time we cut back to him, he's just in a boardroom doing like actual admiral like head things instead of like actually fighting, which I'm sure is not his style.
Also the post I posted like a month ago, right, where it's just like, oh, I actually kind of feel bad for him because he's dealing with all this bullshit now all the time.
And we don't even have a full scale for all the bullshit. So,
I'll say in one of these chapters, he was even basically just saying like, "Man, fuck this shit."
Humbling experience. Sengoku's probably laughing in his retirement.
With the potato chips in his swim shorts.
Great. I feel like there might be a link to this nature power, and maybe Oda could be saying something through Green Bull's power that this kill or be killed order of caste, like we're better than you, is a natural order. But that doesn't. But just because it's something that occurs in nature doesn't necessarily mean it's right. I feel like if we want to dig that deep, I think that's what Oda would be saying here. Where while the natural order is for the weak to be trampled, the world would be better if it wasn't that way.
Yeah, I like that take.
The other thing I could see from this, and it might be just a bit of a stretch, but it's like wherever he goes, he just naturally makes this forestry about him.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like just naturally existing in the world and behaving this way puts down the seeds of that like hate into the ground.
It could also be seen as like nature as regression, which is kind of that's a risky like moral to take. It's very anti-Lorax, but there might be something to it. Where,
and here's the thing: if we want to get like really metaphorical right here, so the woods fruit, you're saying like it could be a metaphor for like this social hierarchy could just be nature, but it's not necessarily a good thing.
Yeah.
Well, this power is a logia, and one of the only things that can counter a logia is hockey, and hockey is something that requires will. So it's like it requires willpower to overcome that, but that's kind of stretching it far.
But we're here to stretch. We're
here to stretch.
We are all we were all Nika on this blessed day.
Yeah, we're stretching.
Let's move on to the Shanks portion. Shanks.
Oh yes, the film Red advertisement section.
Yeah, you gotta get the joke that's been made 100 times in there. Let's stick to our racist Zoros, which, by the way, if we want to get tired jokes in here, Zoro is no longer the CEO of racism, so he's been.
Oh yeah,
he's the vice president or something.
He's just the executive secretary. Yeah,
he's just on the board.
Yeah, he's a member of the board now. He got outs.
God, he's got so much stock. So, Shanks, we're going to talk about Shanks' purpose here, but let's talk about what he's doing. He's looking at Luffy as Nika and smiling, which I feel to me kind of takes away from the Shanks' villain potential theory. Because, Shanks could still be a villain, but in the sense of, like, Luffy, I'm taking the One Piece because I want to, like, overturn the world, so I have to beat you to it. So he's, like, an antagonist, but he's doing it for reasons that he could see it as just. I could see that angle happening. But he's definitely not malicious towards Luffy secretly. I think this is, like, very explicit.
Yeah.
I think the only thing I can say for sure is that he is not surprised that this happened. To me. It doesn't look like he's surprised.
There is the very strong theory that Shanks intended to give the Nika fruit to Ace. Luffy ended up eating it. He bet but Luffy ate it and immediately showed his worth, and Shanks bet the future on Luffy, which is why he got soloed by a Sea King. Which I like this theory. I think that's a cool way, and it makes Shanks be like a cool mastermind.
Actually, yeah, that is cool.
Which would say that, like, Luffy, you finally did it, like, you lived up to the full potential that no one's been able to do with this
fruit. You know what? If he hears that Luffy's died, he knows where he lives, he just goes back to the island, picks up the fruit, and leaves.
What do you mean he knows where he lives? No,
if Luffy died as a kid or before he set sail.
Yes, I see what you're saying. And then what happens when little old Sabo eats Luffy's reincarnated fruit and Shanks has to, like, cap Sabo in the head to get it back?
I don't think Shanks would have any problems because he'd probably be like, oh, that's a royalty person.
That's true. He's like, fuck those aristocrats.
Now, I say that, but when he saw the Goro say at the reverie, so, who knows what his whole deal is with them.
But I have to say, this page of Shanks drinking sake and looking at Ben Beckham and saying, well, let's claim the One Piece is a very cool page to me. I think this... Ben Beckham, let's claim the One Piece. I think this justifies Shanks' inclusion in the story right now, where he's really saying, now's the time to make it, like, the world is set up to be the moment where we claim the One Piece, and what does he want it for? We can't know for sure because we don't really know what the One Piece is for sure.
I was pretty satisfied with Shanks' appearance in this chapter because it's like he hasn't been in the story pretty much at all up till this point, but I think this just kind of tells us there wasn't a reason for him to be in the story up to this point because this is kind of what he was waiting for.
Exactly. This doesn't, like, sure, it is conveniently film red propaganda, but also after every major arc we get the little Shanks snippet, and this is about on par with those other arcs. In fact, this is the most we've actually ever gotten in a concentrated time.
How come Shanks always drinking out of his tiny cups?
That's because the One Piece is being sake, and this is foreshadowing, my boy.
Yo.
Fun fact: the label of the sake is called Destiny.
I thought it was like something like Sake 57 or something.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't know.
yeah, number 67. That's what it is actually. Yeah.
Is it Destiny 67?
Well, it could be a reference to like some Destiny nonsense. I don't know, man.
I
People are
read that
crazy.
it's a reference to an actual just brand that exists, and maybe Oda's just being
okay.
cheeky. I don't know. We'll never know because we're not Japanese. The series is not really for us.
And the next page, we see the golden arches.
Yes,
Yeah,
the
McDonald's comes
big
in.
McDonald's headquarters. Dude, Cobra's fucking dead. That sucks.
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
So, Tyler's hot take One Piece theories.
Okay.
Cobra
God.
is not dead.
Oh man,
See, I
don't
believe
say
this.
that.
I think this is true. I think he got injured and Sabo and company snuck him out.
Yeah, I think he has gone into hiding.
We don't know if they're having like a funeral for his body or anything. It's
Yeah.
too soon to tell.
Because here's the thing. I read like 3 or 4 different takes on Reddit. One of them is that Revolutionary snuck him out. He went into hiding, and then people don't want to admit that he got away or something. So they're just like, "Oh, he's killed." Or one of them is that Sabo actually did kill Cobra. One of them is that the government killed Cobra,
Yes.
but then
Yeah.
reported
Yeah,
it as
that's
Sabo.
also the
Yes,
other one.
that's
So-
the hot one for me.
I don't know which one is true.
That's what I'm feeling. I feel like there was an assassination attempt on Cobra. It failed, and then they pinned it on Sabo. Well, like they
No,
think it
but-
succeeded, but they snuck him out and healed him.
Look, all I know is, dude, there's some hot theories with this. I don't know if y'all have heard about Kuma-related theories. If you'll
We
remember,
don't participate in the One Piece community except here on our channel.
Yeah.
you don't. We get some snippets here and there. And you watch your Grand Line reviews every once in a while, you sneaky boy.
I put him on, and he lulls me to sleep with his smooth,
He does have a
sounding
smooth
voice.
fucking voice, so we'll give him that.
Is a theory like Kuma could be from the Nefeltari line or something?
So the theory is they broke in there. They were probably going to do something. I don't know if they broke in there. I think they might have broken in there actually specifically for Kuma, or I don't know if Kuma was the side objective. Regardless, the hot theory right now is Cobra does die. Vivi's kidnapped, right? She's not actually kidnapped. Kuma pawed her away to an island, and it's the next island the Straw Hats go to, and we finally get Vivi on the crew.
Let's go!
That would be super cool.
That would be the hypest shit ever.
I would love it.
I would be so down.
And that sets us up for like a nice setup arc of Vivi explaining everything that happened post Reverie.
Exactly. It's the perfect way for us to get Revelry exposition.
All right, Willer. All right, I put it on the list. 8/8/22. He's on the next island the One Piece crew goes to.
I can't claim that one that hard because I didn't come up with it, but I will put my stake on it where it's like I think that's the one if it's worth anything. Put an asterisk next to it because it's not my own. Now, when I said Crocodile would be working for Buggy, that was on me, and we'll see how that pans out. There's a character here called Kuroma, which is there's been this thing where every admiral relates to one of the 12 Chinese zodiacs, and this is a vice admiral, and there was someone called like Pink Rabbit, and this is like Black Boar or something. Basically, all this to say that there's a bunch of admirals that were maybe considered to be, or vice admirals that were considered to be upgraded to admirals, but they didn't make the cut. So it's just like very minor world building due to these characters' names.
It can also just be setting up our like Topi Ropo one.
True.
Yeah, Straw Hat crew versus
Man,
sort of
but
thing.
I feel like we gotta fight the Blackbeard pirates if we're gonna split into actual 1v1s.
Yeah.
Probably.
But we have too
Why not
many.
both?
Why not? I would like both, but
1v1v1, baby.
Oda wants to
Three-way
wrap
fight.
this. He wants to wrap this shit up in 100 chapters. We're gonna get one at best.
Yeah.
Is the way I see it. Sabo is now a revolutionary figurehead. I think this is really cool.
They're back in Logetown.
Yeah.
That is Logetown. Oh, I didn't even pick up on that.
Why did I pick up on that?
Recognizes his architecture, man.
No, but he's right. That is we might be reaching, but that does look like Roger's execution platform. But we're probably wrong. There's some interesting stuff about the flags here. One of the flags here is a Kazuki, or it's a Shimatsuki clan flag, which is the clan that left Wano to go set up in Zoro's village where Zoro trained with them.
Where's that?
I think it's one of the flags. I want to say it's the one that kind of looks like the Wano flag. It's like a W. I think it's that one. It's like the white flag that's on the first flag to the left side of the...
That's a Neo Marine symbol.
What the fuck is the Neo Marines?
That's fucking from One Piece Zero. Hold on.
No. Okay, one of these is the Shimotsuki flag. I don't know. Well, I like is that the revolutionary flag where it's the world government cross with an arrow through it?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. And then I
That's
also see
sick.
like a Sabo S. I don't know what all this is for.
I like the irony around Akainu. He says here, I'll drive each and every one of them back into the depths of the sea.
Yeah.
The nice irony in that is that he has the volcano fruit, and volcanoes literally create land in the ocean.
Yeah.
Ooh, he's
Which
Groudon?
brings things out of the sea.
Yeah.
Like
He gives him a platform to stand on.
Yeah, like I think it's just ironic and foreshadowing that he will just ultimately fail.
He will
Because
ultimately-
his goal doesn't line up with his power at all.
So
Yeah.
with One Piece ending soon, one thing that would bum me out is if we never get an Akainu backstory, even if it's a couple of pages, because I just want to know what drove him to be this hard ass.
Yeah.
And maybe one day we'll get it, maybe we won't. Let's not set ourselves up for failure now. But I was mentioning I really like Sabo's difference compared to Ace, where Ace is like hunted by the world from birth. Like actually from before birth, they were just aborting motherfuckers because they were afraid of Ace being born. Meanwhile, the world is like relishing in Sabo, like he's a hero. He's kind of outshining Luffy in the news. Like,
And like
Yeah.
even from birth, also wasn't he born like?
He was born a
Royal?
royal. He was
Yeah.
a prince in the garbage town. I also like that Sabo's flag is the S that Shanks crossed out on his arm.
you mean Ace?
Remember Ace's tattoo?
Yeah, you said Shanks. I was like,
Oh, I'm sorry.
oh,
I'm sorry.
you mean in the arm that Shanks lost? Maybe and
Yes.
it's no longer there.
They're all S's. But yeah, I just like that. That's his flag.
Let's move on to 1055 then. This
Yeah.
chapter is the samurai fighting Green Bull. We get Pluton knowledge, and then we end with a very cool little Straw Hat and Shanks moment. So let's see what we got here for this chapter. The fight at the beginning is pretty quick, but like, in my opinion, he's kind of bodying the samurai. We can talk about like. People are saying that Green Bull devalues all the admirals because he's making them look weak. And to their credit, it does look like Momo is hurting him with the blast breath, but also it's hurting him, but that he's just casually replanning himself. Like, it doesn't imply to me that he would be put down. So I don't think, if we want to get into some light power scaling, I don't think he fully devalues the admiral or anything like that.
He's also 1v9ing here, basically.
Yeah.
Or something. Like, so, and all these people are at least, like, like Nami tier, if not a little bit higher.
Whoa, you're saying the samurai are Nami tier? That's a disservice to them. Like,
Yeah, I know.
Nami's not that strong.
I said at least. I'm pretty sure there are more.
Yeah, fair. I mean, that's a safe
I
bet.
just don't know where the jump is.
I would say Kinemon is more, and the rest
Kinemon's
are
not
probably
in this
Nami.
fight, I think.
Whoa. Cat and Dog are very strong. Yeah, Cat and Dog fought Jack for a while, so don't...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like,
They're
that alone.
badasses. But hey, they have Raizo the goat.
You got sucked.
Raizo's gonna look so hot once we see him next time. It's gonna be great. He's gonna come with a girlfriend because he's been in his woes. But dude, Pluton lore is the real juicy bit where Sukiyaku's finally taking them to the road poneglyphs. So we got that checked off the box, and we find out that there's an underwater Wano. I don't really know what to make of this.
Yeah.
I think this is the ancient kingdom that disappeared 800 years ago.
I mean, undoubtedly, Wano has a bunch of ties to the Ancient Kingdom because they made and can read the poneglyphs. So, like, there is a very deep tie. I don't know if they're the exact kingdom or if this was, like, an offshoot. Really, there's too little to say. But, this does feed into, like, Oars, the continent puller kind of lore, where, like, clearly that they added more land to the top of Mount Fuji here to like be able to live above the water. And I think there's the hard implication that opening the borders means breaking down the physical walls that
Literally
Wano-
opening the
Yeah,
borders.
it's like it's a physical thing, which is what Zunisha was here for. It's like, yo, if you need me to take this down, I got you,
Yeah.
fam. And then
Man.
Momo decided against it.
You know what makes very tall walls of stone? Volcanic rock. Just like
There is a big volcano under Wano, so
there is,
As
but
we
like
saw.
also someone with a volcano fruit in the past.
I mean, if we want to get into fruit theories, I think someone with like Pika's fruit could also manipulate the land. A fruit was involved in the way past.
Yes.
That's how Oda likes to do things. So like the Pluton sleeping here, but we get hardcore blue balled on the Pluton. We don't get any more info. So like, do we have any theories on what's going on here with the Pluton?
Oh my god, I just sneezed like 9 times. I was muted, but I have tears coming out of my eyes. Holy shit.
I'm
Bradley's
glad.
so impassioned.
Thoughts on the Pluton? Jesus. You know what was really funny was Luffy's reaction to, I think, Frankie asking, "Do you want it, Luffy?" And he's
No,
like, "Nah, I'm good."
Robin just offered it to him, and he's like, "Nah, man."
Like, nah.
I do love them bringing up, like, Luffy remembers that Frankie burned the Pluton blueprints. I was like,
Yeah.
nice. Good job, Luffy. You did
You
it.
paid attention in class.
You read the manga. You read the
Yeah.
script. That's good.
It's interesting that it has to be torn down, right? The walls, like that's a specific thing.
That's
It's
how
not
you
like they can
unleash it into
retrieve
the world. Yeah.
Like,
What does it mean?
yeah, what does it mean?
Is it
Does the
whole-
whole island move?
Is the whole city, like, part of
Like
the battleship?
Pluton? Yeah, it's like does the volcano actually like rotate and shoot, and like that's what blows up the fucking?
You're telling me Big Mom and Kaido got hit with the Pluton? That was foreshadowing? Goda. Goda strikes again. I mean, fucking maybe. I don't know. And we won't know until it's time. Like, clearly, like,
Yeah.
Robin's gonna drop the lore on us right before we see the Pluton actually in action, so maybe in 70 chapters. Maybe a little less, which is crazy. I think we may see the Pluton in, like, 50 to 70 chapters is a wild sentence to say.
Yeah.
You can jot that one down. Tyler, what is your hot theory on Pluton? Because you always got the good shit.
I mean, I don't know if I can do better than Volcano Turret, to be honest.
It's pretty hot.
Only thing that like pointed me out, like that I was paying attention during this, is they're down here really deep, and Luffy had to send, and the other two had to send Big Mom and Kaido down even further than this temple in Underground
Yes.
City.
Yeah.
That's the implication. Like, they were as deep as you could get. They were in magma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they dead? Like what the fuck?
I
guess they're dead.
We'll never know. We'll never know. No, we're gonna get a cover story of them goofing off. It's gonna be cute.
They're gonna get married and love each other.
Okay, here's my take. Pluton is something that you attach to Zoe.
Yes. No.
Interesting.
I'm actually into that because if you remember, the
a
Noah
volcano.
is a big arc that you attach to Sea Kings, and that is controlled by Poseidon. That is Shirahoshi. So there seems to be like a controller, a vessel, and like the driving forces of that vessel seems to be how the Pluton works. So if this
What?
is the same,
What if like the washing the back isn't necessarily washing the back? It's like a memory instinct of like having to load back up the Pluton with the water to cool it down or
that
something.
would be really fucking cool. Oh my god, Joe, that's a hot theory. And
Because like if you connect it to its back like you do with the Noah and it
Yeah.
carries it around.
like it could be a cooling device or how it feeds it. Like maybe it shoots
Yeah.
pressurized water shots, and that's
Yeah.
how Zao like feeds it water. Zunisha rather.
Yeah.
Write that one down because I've never heard that one before. It's pretty cool.
Good old chariot volcano turret. That's
Classic.
what we're working with here.
Dude, so Shanks, I think this is why people are saying like Green Bull's getting clowned on, is that Shanks from across an island gets Green Bull to retreat. And to
Yeah.
be fair, Green Bull looks scared as shit. But I mean, come on, Shanks is written to be the hockey god. Like from the way I view the story, there's no one better at hockey than Shanks.
Yeah, I agree.
And I mean, there's nothing to tell me otherwise, because like he's shooting like conquer hockey across entire islands. So, And I don't like. There's this panel where like a scree cuts through the panel, which is really rare paneling by Oda. So like he's doing something to his mind. And also,
I think
like,
Shanks is literally like projecting his thoughts into his brain.
yeah, which that is a cool way to impose your will. Like this advanced conquer hockey shit seems like you can just kind of warp the world around you a little bit. You could just punch without punching. You can grow 9 arms if you're Zoro. Shit's wacky. We'll never truly know until an SBS comes out. It's like, all right,
You can create a bunch of golden sparks and go Super Saiyan.
No, I think you made that one up.
I don't think I did. I think that's canon.
Oof. So Shanks remembers all the kids that he likes, such as Luffy and Momo and Hiyori, and I think
And
that's
this mysterious fucker.
I think that's Uta as a child at the top left, who is the main character of Film Red.
Okay.
And
makes sense.
that lines in with like, hey, next week you get to find out who this character is.
Oh my god.
I thought it was Vegapunk.
Uta is Vegapunk. I would be
Yeah.
fucking mad, actually. I am, on the topic of that, I'm not super hot onto, like, very important plot things being in a movie. Now, I don't know. I feel like Film Red is just going to flesh out Shanks' crew a little bit before we meet them, so it's not, like, mandatory viewing, but you get less out of the story, potentially, by not watching it, which I'm not a big fan of. Because when the Strong World movie came out, Oda came out with that Chapter 0 that was like a canon fitting in of Shiki the lion into the story, and I don't think there's going to be anything like that for this, so
Nah.
it's kind of like just go watch the movie. I really like the Monster Quartet, not Trio, watching the fight. Also, they just watch kind of like Raizo and Shinobu potentially die, and they're like, hee hee, look at them.
I mean, they knew they were weak and they were going down soon. Like if they were to go out and start fighting, they'd probably end up more damage and not leave the island when they wanted to.
Realistically, like Green Bull's only chance would have been to sneak up on Luffy. 'Cause I don't think he could have taken on Luffy, Law, and Kid, even if they're resting.
No, 0% chance.
The implication is like they're resting, but like I don't know. I think he was good. He was gonna get his ass beat. Not that he's weak. It's just like the 3 of them could take a Yonko, and if the admirals are roughly comparable.
And I think they did it less of because they didn't think they could do it, but more of like they need time to recuperate. And if they get beat up again, get into a fight, they might have to take more time to recuperate.
Oh, it is 100% like they need to prove to themselves that they can hold off a threat. And they didn't really convincingly prove themselves, if we're being honest. I think that's something that Kinemon and Momo kind of reiterate next chapter as well.
I mean, Momo did a sick ass fire blast. It did some damage.
He did some damage, but I don't like I was saying he was gonna keep him down.
Cross guild.
So, let's go on to the last chapter of the batch, which is Cross Guild. And like I mentioned, I don't like all my besties fighting in the cover story. All my Germa friends and my lover Katakuri shouldn't be enemies, but also like I feel like the Germa kids are gonna get bodied.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, Raizo and Shinobu got fucking mummified. It looks really funny, and Shinobu coming back as her like young, skinny self at the end is a huge, like a really good gag.
Ooh, I wish I had a girl.
I like Voodoo Mask Raizo. That's what I'm gonna call him.
That's a good way to put it. So I want to make a comment about pacing, because people are like, oh, this ending is going too fast. Why didn't we get to see Kinemon hang out with Suru? And it's like, well, think about everything we just talked about that happened in the story in these last 3 chapters, and if you include the 2 chapters before it. And it's like, we were always doing new things. We're moving the plot along. But Oda is going to circle back around to that emotional beat, because he was like, okay, we're going to do a Momo and Hiyori scene right now. We're not going to spend time showing the first time they meet, but we're going to show the relationship post-meeting because we're moving the plot along, but we're not going to drop these moments. And I think this, like, Kinemon saying that a burned Suru is as beautiful as ever is just as good as watching them meet for the first time. Like, that is a super sweet line from Kinemon. Dude, I'm kind of sad that, like, what is One Piece without Kinemon? This guy's been here for 10 years.
Oh, now you want to talk about it.
I've always talked about it. Fuck off.
You want to talk about it.
Look,
Okay.
I have always been on your side. That Kinemon. I've always been a Kinemon fan with you. I'm just saying.
Let number one Kinemon stan Tyler have a stab at this. I have been upset that he was not going to join the Straw Hats the entire time, but the fact that his wife is still alive, I'm okay with that.
He gets a happy ending. It's sweet.
He gets a happy ending,
Dude,
and I'm okay with that.
This chapter, like, the Kinemon and Momo stuff with this chapter is going to go under a lot of people's radars, but it is my favorite thing. Like, this is improving Wano significantly.
We'll get
there. But King Carrot. Let's talk about King Carrot.
The other character getting written out of the Straw Hats.
Dude,
Yeah.
So people are upset. How do y'all feel about King Carrot?
This is wild.
I am happy there's an entire subsection of people that are upset.
I don't. I'm more befuddled that like these two old bits, like let's give it to the rabbit that is like doesn't even join the Musketeers. I think he's the youngest person of all the Minks we've met.
She's 15 years old.
They had a good reason.
Now, okay, Bradley, before we
go
like...
for a week.
I think it is very puzzling. I personally don't think she deserves it.
Yeah.
Who does?
But I don't rule their country. It's up to cat and dog. So it's their decision.
Yeah. They voted her in, not us.
Look,
But
okay.
I'm just like, I really. Even she's like, wait, there's so many better people than me, and they're like, yeah, there are.
Yeah, we're gonna carry your ass.
Yeah.
Look, listen. I think it would have been bad writing if Cat and Dog left Wano, because I think this is really fitting in really well into Green Bull showing up. Because Green Bull shows up, they only hold him off because Shanks was doing a drive-by. He went from his window, and they would have. I think they would have like very easily lost. Like the entire country, I think, could have been taken down by Green Bull if we're being. Cause they're recovering, to give them some credit. Though samurai are fairly strong. They all know hockey and whatever. But like if Cat and Dog left, like Momo to fend for himself, I think it would have been weirder writing. So them handing the kingship, I think, is a really good idea. Handing it to Carrot is a little weird because
Catstorm and Cat Viper and Dogstorm are from Wano.
No, they're not. They're from Zao. They sailed to Wano. They washed up in Wano because they sailed out to go see the world. So
yeah, but they grew up in Wano essentially.
Yeah. Yes, they did.
Like, that is their home,
and they're deathly loyal to Momo. Like the time that they spent in Wano is clearly influential to them, and they fucking followed Whitebeard or Odin into Whitebeard's ship. Yeah,
literally snuck on to two of the world's greatest pirate ships. They're just like, hey, we're gonna come along.
They're kind of old legends, so I do like this. Now people say that handing it off to Wanda would make more sense because she's a better leader. I'll agree with that.
I mean, they kind of lay out a perfectly good reason.
However,
and
yes, I think their reason's fine. But also,
there's nothing to counter that.
They snuck out to see the world, and they saw value in that. And Carrot has that spirit, even though she was only out seeing the world for like 2 weeks. She has that spirit. But more importantly,
that's being generous.
People saying that Whole Cake Island was a waste of Carrot. Like, Oda was setting Carrot up to be a Straw Hat, and now I feel like he's writing her out. Like, fucking chill.
Yeah.
Do you understand that Oda loves to build up the allies of the Straw Hats? Why do we waste time on, like, what's the bison guy from Drum Island? Why do I want to say Malcolm? That's not his fucking
I
name.
wanted to say Jake. That's
Jake.
Not his name.
Jake the bison.
Like, that's how basic that character was. It was just like
Dalton.
Jake.
No, Dalton's he's great.
Oh,
I love Dalton.
Dalton. That's so much better than
I went
Jake.
to school with 3 Daltons, but this is the best one I know. We build up Dalton. We built, like, Rebecca wasn't going to join the fucking Straw Hats, but we're going to build her up, her and Riku and Viola, because they're going to be allies for the final war. So
also the entire alliance, you know?
Yeah, the Samurai Alliance. Having an island that's straight up sealed with the Straw Hats, I think is a really fun way to build up an ally for the future. Like Zunasha's going to show up with all the Minks and King Carrot, and it's going to be a great moment.
With the fucking volcano on its back.
With the volcano cannon, yes.
I really like how Bartholomew has been fucking up Red Hair's place even though Luffy wouldn't have ordered it, he's just like,
Oh.
yeah, he's a emperor. I'm gonna take him down, and Luffy would have been like, man, stop it.
It's great because there was a cover story that showed that. So this isn't the first time it's come up. It's funny because, if Bart knew that Shanks was Luffy's senpai, and when he learns it's going to be so good, he's going to have the funniest reaction to it. I can't wait. So all that to say, while the picking Carrot is a little arbitrary, there's also a lot of narrative good that comes from it. So that's my take on it.
They mentioned Pedro as well, and I think that's also like a decent, because I think if Pedro would have been like the other key contender if he was still alive.
Pedro's always like been someone who is looking towards the dawn. I mean, he gave his life to it, and I think now more than ever, the cat and dog saw Nika come back to life to give them liberation, and they're like, "Fuck it, all in on the dawn, baby."
Also, Pedro also explored the world because he was on the pirate ship boat with Growler, whatever his name is.
Yeah, with Peckham's. Man, Peckham's.
Peckham's.
Shout outs to Peckham's. What a fun side character.
Growler.
On to Kinemon's funny ass reaction that what's his face is still alive, dude. So good. I saw people like getting sad about Kinemon leaving. I was like, where was this energy when I was telling you he's a great character?
Kinemon's the best.
And again, we mentioned the scene where they talk about the Pluton's pretty sweet, so I'm glad that Robin didn't tell them about what she learned with the revolutionaries, which still pissed me off to this day.
Nah, I'm good.
It's great.
I think that might be boat talk.
Yeah, it's stuff that happens off screen, and we'll be like, yeah, I remember when we talked about the revolutionaries, and then we get a flashback. So Tama saying that she's gonna grow up to be a ninja and join Luffy's crew. My theory is that Shinobu is going to age Tama up for the final arc, like she did with Momo, Momo, and then she will be like a honorary Straw Hat for that final fight because she wanted to sail with Ace. So she's gonna be an adult and she's gonna sail with the Straw Hats a little bit. That's my.
I don't think she's gonna get. I don't think Shinobu's gonna make her older. I think she's just gonna get the Kobe treatment.
Oh, where she just. I mean, not
where
enough
Kobe
time.
ages like 12 years and like 2.
But not that much time's gonna pass. Like One Piece is gonna end in story in 6 months. So.
Debatable.
Something like that.
So she's gonna have a growth spurt at the age of 9. That's gonna be cool, dude. Caribou.
So here's my question:
Caribou.
Is he allowed to hang out near them just because he's been a good boy for a few dozen chapters?
Unfortunately, we have to believe so. Yes, because Luffy Luffy deemed him a good guy when he saw him at the prison. He's like, all right, Caribou, you're all right. And Luffy's an emotional mastermind, so we have to believe that Caribou is going to come through for us at the end with this information. Is this naive of me? Maybe.
Wait, yeah. What if that certain someone he goes to let know is actually an ally, and we're like, oh hey, good job, Caribou.
Yeah.
He is Drake.
So there is a low-key underground One Piece theory that there are several gods, like Nika being the god of the sun.
Yes.
Caribou is the god of the earth, and that's who inhabits his mud fruit.
So
swamp
this theory
fruit?
is based off of the fact that in Skypiea they worship 4 gods, primarily the sun god, but there's an earth, sea, and something else, probably wind god. Whoa, wind god, that sounds like fucking dragon.
Yeah,
but anyways.
we've mentioned that before.
Sure. It's kind of a broken fruit. He could fit the entire alliance at the end of the story. He can sneak in to Mirageoise and then just be like, boom, everybody.
Random bullshit, go.
Well, Bradley, think about this. All of the fruits that are Logias are pure, most of them are pure elemental fruits. We have lightning, fire, ice. I mean, ice is water, frozen, but it's it's one thing. But
nature,
swamp, mud, but swamp and mud, you can't make mud without dirt and water. It's the combination of 2 different pure elements.
What is interesting about that, no other Logia has this secondary, straight up secondary ability to be able to he can store everything. It functions like a Paramecia, but it's a Logia.
Yeah, he is a bottomless pit.
That is weird. I never thought about that.
Yeah, that is kind of
Guess
crazy.
what?
Also-
He's also one of those Zoans who hasn't awakened. That would be actually kind of cool.
Also, he has the Hawkeye eyes. So
He does.
He's an important character.
There's a lot of theories about these like swirly Rinnegan Naruto eyes. Mihawk has one. M has one. When Luffy goes Gear 5, he has these eyes. I doubt it's anything, but people are pointing shit out. So, I want to talk about this Momo scene because it's fucking great. Momo's doing like his usual Shogun business that he has to do now, but he sees kids playing, and I feel like it prompts him to like reminisce a little bit on what he's losing. He's been very brave giving up his childhood. But when he's, like, wanting to get away from all the Shogun business, he goes to Zoro, who, like, big brothers him, and Luffy, like, straight up bullies Momo all the time, like, which is great. So he wants to kind of revert to that childhood self, which is awesome.
I did see a flashback of all the time Zoro and...
Luffy?
No, not Luffy. Momo spent together.
Yeah.
And it's, like, all the time, like... He tells like Chopper to take care of Momo at certain points, and like Zoro does low-key big brother him like the whole time.
Yes, like he does the same with Chopper. Like Zoro is a great big brother to have.
Yes.
Which is cute. Like, and then he's like the desperation in his eyes as he's shouting out to all the Straw Hats, and none of them are there. I started feeling sad for him right here. I also felt the loss of what could have been. And they left, and so he says here, I just learned that myself. They said goodbyes to everyone else, but not us. Specifically, not Kinemon and Momo. Why do they do that?
I don't know. I really don't. I really don't.
Like, they were on the ship for 10 years. That is wild.
Because they want them to come chase them down.
I think so. I think this is setting up for a classic One Piece scene, and I really hope Oda delivers.
They're gonna show up to one of the classic bonfire party silhouette scenes.
If this is one of the moments where they're on the land and Luffy snaps them back with their arms and they hit on the ship, I might actually cry.
I was thinking that, like...
I'm like...
That would put, like, Wano undeniably as a top 5 for me. I think that would
be badass. Like, this is their test. If they show up to the shore, they join the crew.
Because it's just like Usopp. They're like, we can't find Usopp.
It's
Usopp
just like
has to come
Vivi,
to us.
but Vivi wasn't allowed.
They have reasons to stay.
That's the
so
problem.
They're not going to ask them to go.
So how's Oda going to play this? Like, I want Luffy to snatch them up so bad. It's like, we were waiting for you guys to get here. You're part of my Nakama. Like, that would be so cute. But...
Yo, did Kid get new pants?
Man, who gives a shit?
Dude, I loved this scene.
This scene's so hilarious.
Funny. This scene's great.
Law is schooling their asses. I love Law. Dude, no Kinemon, no Law. We are on literally uncharted waters for as long as I can remember.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
We are back to the OG crew.
Yeah.
Plus Kid.
Just the crew.
I think it's crew plus Kid next island. Which is cool.
No, they're going to go in a different direction.
They went different directions.
They pick straws.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. They did pick straws, which is so fucking funny. When Luffy pulls rank, he's like, "Oh my god!" he would never do that intimidatingly, but for something as stupid as drawing straws, he super would. That is so good.
Also, him and Kid are just both children.
They are.
Yeah.
Law
What's the ka-ching sound? Is that his arm? I guess.
Where?
Snapping into place. Where Luffy is yelling at Kid, there's a ka-ching sound.
Ka-ching would be like cashing in because he won the... It's like ka-ching because he drew the white straw?
That's the anger mark showing up on his head.
What
You know when the anger mark shows up and it's so swelling it makes a noise?
I'm trying to find the panel.
It's in the panel of the three of them being like, east, middle one.
I see yammer, classic the Doom. I see a classic the Doom, some yammers, and a chatter.
Bottom left.
Right here.
Bro, that's not the panel where they're saying middle. That's the page, first of all. I see it now.
Yeah, page. Yeah, sorry.
Ka-ching would be...
It's the anger mark swelling on his head.
It is anger.
Yeah.
Maybe he makes a metallic... I don't know. Oda and his audio puns. But anyways, this was a sweet scene. Dude, let's talk about Cross Guild, which, by the way, awesome name. Good job.
Yeah.
Yep,
Wait,
that
wait,
is-
wait, wait, wait.
Buggy, you finally did something right.
Oh yeah.
This is such a basic defont.com font right here that it's made out of Cross Guild. Like the lettering, the font of Cross Guild is.
Bro, they
fucking
let
out.
fucking Kabaji do the graphic
Yeah.
art here. They don't they don't have that.
Like it's fucking me up.
So I said Mihawk and Crocodile would be working for Boogie. This is a rare Willer W.
Big
That
Willard
is
dubs.
insane.
Yeah.
This is so
This was
good.
a joke.
Yeah, Bradley was like, "No, it can't be. This was supposed to be a joke."
I like the theory that Mihawk and Crocodile showed up at the Boogie's place and beat him up and are just like, we're working for you technically, but you work for us.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, Crocodile specifically
Yeah.
runs the Cross Guild, which is so cool, if that's the case. Like,
Well, so Mihawk and Crocodile did not have crews.
Crocodile
Right.
had Baroque Works, but yes, he only has Mr. One now.
No. After the Great Pirate War and then the
Yeah.
Yeah.
the dissolution of the Seven Warlords,
Well-
neither one of them had a crew to join.
Mihawk-
Everybody else
yes,
did.
Mihawk has no crew, but Crocodile was inferred based on cover pages. Not cover story, but random cover pages. It was inferred that Crocodile has a new criminal organization he's running with Mr. One.
I think the only reason Mihawk may have joined under Buggy is to stay. Who's our blind? Who's our blind boy?
Fujitora.
Yeah, I think the only reason he would have stayed under him was to probably stay clear of Fujitora.
No, what the fuck? That's cap,
No.
bro.
Fujitora summons meteors. He's
Yeah,
strong.
but Mihawk's the world's greatest swordsman, and
Mihawk
Fujitora...
literally cut the sea in half. So, like,
Fujitora is specifically a swordsman. Sure, it's gonna be a good fight, but...
There's Fujitora and Sword. Those are two separate characters. His sword has. Fujitora does not.
Oh, Mihawk's so scared of the sword that Fujitora will. No,
He should be scared
what
of
it
the
is
sword.
is that Mihawk just wants a place to sleep, and he's using Cross Guild. That's all that is.
Okay.
That's all you need.
Perona left his ass.
Oh man, Perona broke up with Mihawk.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
Perona left.
This is
Perona-
heartbreaking.
Yeah, Perona learned that what's his name survived. Moria.
Moria?
I was like, oh, I gotta go find Moria, and left his ass.
Oh, she
Yeah,
actually did.
Moria-
No, that was
Moria
in the
did
story.
AF.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it can't be.
But the more badass thing is the bounties on the Marines.
This is
Yes.
a phenomenal idea.
I
Like,
think that's gonna set up like some of the Marines joining with pirates like Smoker, Kobe, X-Ray.
ooh.
Like
Oh man, I can't wait for Smoker to finally be like a no tsundere straight up ally. Like when the non tsundere Smoker day comes, I'm going to rejoice.
I think like during the next war part with all the bounties on the Marines, there will be like people like Kid and Law who are gonna attack certain people like Smoker, and Luffy's gonna be like, no, we don't take him, and he's gonna start like canceling bounties on Marines.
That would be super cool. I'm down for that. Kid seems very intent on hunting down Marines. This, like, also, like, narratively, like, first of all, from Boogie, this is a great idea. I don't know. Maybe he did
It's
find
definitely
Captain...
Crocodile's idea.
Yeah. It is definitely Crocodile's idea, but Boogie's funding it because he may have finally found Captain John's treasure, and that might be funding the Cross Guild, which would be badass. He did get the marker from Luffy's arm that was like a hint.
I was about to say, didn't he get it the actual map?
Yeah.
So, like, it's kind of crazy that over the course of genuinely the whole story, Boogie's been doing this in the background. Like, he's been there from the start. That's
Every
so
character
cool.
has their own story that we just like are tangentially involved with.
Look, for all the ups and downs of One Piece, there's no story like this because, like, there's just such long-running plot threads. You can't write something like this without devoting actually thousands of chapters and hours.
Okay, Buggy's one thing, and that was such a small arc. Are you not more surprised that Crocodile is still in the picture?
Dude, I am hyped that Crocodile's still in. I'm not, like... I thought he would come back in some way, but this is a way more fun way. I thought he would maybe just show up as like a random straw hat. I'm here to help you take down the world government. Him being under Buggy is way cooler.
Is he the only pirate with a huge hook hand?
Yes, he's iconic. And when Luffy gets his eye patch and Zeph has this peg leg, and they'll fuse.
Yeah. They'll become the Ultra Pirate.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. Woo.
Dumb.
And then the only thing that's left is the setup for Yamato. So I think this is going to amount to Yamato hanging from the chain, just like Odin. But Yamato is a devil fruit, so they're gonna have to just genuinely save them and be like, yeah, fuck it, you're part of us. You don't have to do all that.
Yeah.
That's my theory.
Or she's gonna try to impose, or he's gonna try to impose that onto them. So you have to pull me from the chain on the back of your ship.
That would be funny if they're like, don't do it, but Yamato's just like, no, please, let me live the dream.
And
Yo,
then they die.
I hate this second to last page. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
No, I got it. I reread it today.
You're not gonna be able to explain this.
All right, Fwahaha, we're going to have to put all of our strength into this task if we want to take a part of the all-out war. And then he says, what, you mean finding the Burning Man? Whatever his name is.
Burning Man.
This implies that they've talked about this before, and it's like, if we're chasing down the One Piece, we have to find the Burning Man.
Yeah.
So he's like, oh, what, we're gonna finally find the Burning Man? Which I think implies, so,
It's
before we end the
Sabo,
chapter...
because that's why Law doesn't say anything.
So, there's a couple of people this could be. The two big ones for me are Sabo and Kuzan, aka Aokiji.
Yeah.
We could talk about the implications of each. The last idea that I saw someone throw out is a survivor of Ohara, which is why they would cut back to Robin here at the end.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's go over them. The one I like the least is Survivor from Ohara, even though it makes the most sense, because they
Would it
might
be the giant?
I was about to say Jaguar.
Saul?
But
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Better Call... It's literally Better Call Saul. My two favorite series are merging.
what?
But, what it could be is they need someone to read the poneglyphs now that they have the rubbings, which is interesting.
That's
so
true.
Luffy has 3, Kid has 2 because he got the Big Mom one, which was implied that's what he was in the territory for. So good on you, Kid. You got fucked. Like I think he deliberately lost that fight, but he got what he came for. Now, Law might have gotten the one from Big Mom if the Straw Hats shared it, but it's never been confirmed. So Law has 1 to 2.
So this is where I'm very confused, where Killer says... Okay, I'm still confused. Killer says the same thing we took off of Big Mom's general, which would imply that one of the generals, the sweet generals, which would have been Squeezy...
No, it's...
Rubbery or Cracker.
No, neither of them. It was... What's his name?
He's... oh, God. I know who you're talking about.
No, not Oven.
He's...
Snack. His name is Snack, so he was a sweet commander who, in Whole Cake Island... They say because he failed with the kid situation, he got demoted. So that's been set up since back then.
Yeah.
Okay, so
that's the commander.
He was guarding it. They snuck in, got it, left.
And then it says Big Mom nearly killed Snack by taking almost all his remaining life force. Mm-hmm. So
got it.
Good job, Mom.
They can't read it. They have to go find the man with the burning scar, who is someone who is potentially from Ohara.
Maybe.
It might be Clipper.
So, Law knows who it is, and then it cuts to Robin. I thought it just cut to Robin because she's smart and would have realized it's Sabo because she was in the Revolutionary Army.
Sabo also explains why it would cut back to Robin, but then why does it cut back to Law? That's the tricky thing here. Oda's being very deliberately tricky here. Sabo would be interesting if it's we need to seek him because the revolutionaries have their last poneglyph. I mean, that would be viable. We're we don't want a pirate to get the One Piece until we're ready to actually use the One Piece to end, the world. We want to raise the world to the ground and build it up. That would be a cool way to do, either Shanks or the Revolutionaries, where they want to actually use these weapons to cleanse the world in, a greater good, but it's very violent. Something to that effect.
Mm-hmm.
If it's Kuzan, and this one's the one I like a lot. Kuzan has burn scars from his fight with Aokiji. Sorry, with Akainu.
Yeah.
And Kuzan's currently working for the Blackbeard Pirates. Literally the last we heard about them in Punk Hazard was that he's now working for the Blackbeard Pirates. What if he found the last rope poneglyph and he gave it to Blackbeard as a, hey, look, I'm actually a part of y'all.
Yeah.
But he's still secretly working undercover for them, but he gave them something where it's all right, you can hang out with us, we'll let you into our ranks. And he would have the lead on the last poneglyph.
What if he's not working for them and he's dead or being forced to work for them?
No way he's dead. He wouldn't be killed off screen.
That'd be crazy. Well, then
Force-
again, what's his take got killed off screen, but he was really small.
Who?
So important. So, Lion Face.
Absalom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Absalom did get killed off screen. That's
Re-
what. That's the only reason that. Made me
Rest in
think that.
peace to a known One Piece rapist, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
Sanji's hero.
not hero. Sanji hates him because Sanji wanted to be the rapist.
Oh yeah.
We don't talk about one of Sanji's lowest moments. We just move right along because we deal with current Sanji, who is the best written Straw Hat for better and worse. I don't know, any other Burn Man theories before we close it out here? Because we're about done.
No other Burning Man theories from me.
They're going to get naked and sweaty and have a big orgy.
I don't think that's going to happen. But, maybe. Yeah. Anyways, my great hope... What are your hopes for the upcoming chapters? My main one is I want Oda to nail this Momo Kinemon scene. Like, I have a lot writing. It could bump Wano down a tier if he flubs this one for me because I'm super invested.
I may read spoilers.
Damn, no, bro, don't.
No.
Stay pure.
What
Stay
if
cool,
like
Scooby-Doo.
they realize they're gone, and like they convince Yamato to have to stay behind and be the guardian of Wano, like the fruit sheet is?
No, because they've already
Yeah.
they already said Yamato couldn't fight because she's gonna go out to sea with him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the samurai definitely don't want Yamato to stay, and the Straw Hats are just like, well, we'll see how you get along with the crew. We'll do the... You know that interview when you're in a 4-step interview process and you have, like, the feeling for how you fit around the team interview?
Yeah.
That's what Yamato just went
What if
through.
they leave a little email for her to read? It's like, we appreciate your time with us, but unfortunately we decided not to move forward.
Well, we've literally decided to move forward to the next island.
They left her with a Denden Mushi.
We found that other candidates had stronger preferences to our needs.
So for that reason, we will be taking Kinemon instead. But Kinemon can't leave his wife. It's not happening, Tyler. It's just not.
Momo leaving would be like the whole reason why this whole scenario happened in Wano is that Odin left and didn't come back. So that's just a weird.
Wait! Hold up!
They clone each other.
Hold.
Ooh, clone fruit.
Wait, y'all. You said. Yeah, Momo says Yamato can't be in the fight because they have to learn how to protect themselves without help from the outside, right?
Uh-huh.
Who else is not in that fight?
Dog and...
Kinemon!
Kinemon was seeing his wife.
Yeah, but he's not in the fight!
Kinemon was fucking, bro. He was making Kinemon Jr. God bless. I can't wait to see him in the epilogue.
Took him 20 years.
Yeah, he's like, I got some seed for you, girl. I know the Woodwoods fruit is in town, but I got the real seed. I just can't... There's no way that this works out where either Kinemon or Momo leave. There's just too much narrative to them staying.
Yeah, but
so,
a boy can dream.
So,
Jack joins the crew.
If it's not that, why would they leave without him? Is it just a simple, like... It's not goodbye, it's see you later. Like, but then why would they say bye to everyone else? Like, they specifically singled out their two best friends in the country. I don't know. I just don't know. I want to be surprised and I want to feel really sad. I want to be really bummed out next chapter.
So, Bradley, since this is your first time joining us, I have something juicy for you.
Okay.
We have...
Oh,
I have a spreadsheet that was created March 3rd of 2020.
Let's go.
This spreadsheet is a prediction of who will be fighting who in the Wano fight.
Well, it's various. Shit. It's various. Anytime Tyler has like a weird prediction, he puts it down.
No, I have two separate lists. This spreadsheet was who's fighting who at Wano, and this is before we were even introduced to the
Toby Roppo.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this is before we even got introduced to Toby Roppo. I also have a separate working list for our insane predictions.
Put down my Shinobu and Natama prediction from today, please.
All right. Shinobu grows Tama into adult.
That's 8/8/2022.
Skips awkward first period.
Yikes.
I mean, it's gonna definitely be an awkward first one if she skips a bunch.
Jesus.
Okay, so I had Luffy, X Drake, and Law. This is I don't know why I didn't throw Kid on there. Oh, because I let me finish. I had Luffy, X Drake, and Law fighting Kaido and Cypher Pole Zero.
Wild. I mean, X Drake did primarily fight Cypher Pole, so you got that one.
Yeah. And Law and Luffy did fight Kaido a lot together.
Yes.
I had Frankie, Otama, Speed, and Nine Reds. I don't know what the Nine Reds were.
Red Scabbards, yeah.
Yeah, fighting the general fodder beast pirates.
You got that right. Frankie fought one. Actually, the
This
Scabbards...
is before we knew that Toby Ropo existed.
The Scabbards didn't, so that's an L there, but Frankie did.
Yeah, so that was a miss. I had Brook fighting Apu, but nobody kind of fought Apu. He just got his shit rocked by everybody.
Zoro fought Apu and X Drake fought Apu, but I can't believe the musicians didn't fight each other. That's a miss.
Yeah.
That's an Oda miss. That is not a Tyler miss. That is an Oda writing miss.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I had Kinemon and Shudenmaru fighting Kanjuro.
Yes, I mean, Kanjuro killed Shutenmaru / Shiradoji, so...
Which is on the other list. In April of last year, I predicted Ashura-doji is dead.
Got him.
Got him.
Predicting anyone dies in One Piece is a, +3.
Yeah.
We'll take.
So I had Zoro fighting King.
Yes.
Yes.
That's a given.
Sanji fought Queen, and then Chopper and Carrot fought Jack. Which
no.
Yeah.
No one would have predicted Chopper fights Queen. That happened.
Yeah.
I had Nami and Usopp fighting Orochi.
Nah.
Oh, I did edit this because Marco ended up fighting both of them.
He did.
Yeah.
He did.
He held them off at the stage.
Robin, Shinobu, and Kuroshiro fighting Fukurokuju, and the 10 ninjas, which they didn't end up doing shit.
Actually, Old Man Hyogoro fights 5 of the ninja, and Raizo fights the other in the greatest fight in One Piece, and then all the other ninjas are just fodderized in the background.
Yeah. So that was interesting. I think this is
Well, you forgot your big kid win.
Did I have the big kid win?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Kid Killer and Caribou I had fighting Big Mom.
I don't know what Caribou's in there, but...
I had Caribou still showing up towards this fight. He didn't show up for the fight, though.
He was just gathering information for a certain someone.
He got some meat.
In my mind, I often go, I can't wait to go meet up with certain someone, and that's unironic. Sometimes I do think like a villain. Bradley, what are your hopes for the next batch chapters, and then we'll close it there?
Yamato dies.
Damn, bro, relax.
Yeah.
You hate him like that? It's like that?
No, I'm just a little salty.
Damn.
I don't know. I was so happy that Carrot ended up not joining the crew, and then I was like, oh, maybe Yamato will stay behind too.
Motherfucker, you were brutal with it. Remember when Nico Robin joins the crew with less than Yamato has? Come on now.
But it was, you just knew from the start.
No, you didn't just know. You knew because you've seen Robin in promotional material. Imagine me. Be me.
But also, Willer, what year did Robin join the crew?
I don't know, 2006?
Exactly. Dragon Ball Z was still on, wasn't it?
No. I
No.
don't think so.
Oh.
I think Dragon Ball ended in 2000.
That's bad guy joining the crew, showing up out of nowhere, and then she actually officially didn't join the crew until after they go on a big journey with her,
By the end of Eni's lobby, Robin's a top 1 contender at that point of the story, right? Give Yamato, y'all need to give Yamato a chance for next arc or 2, which is the finale of the story.
I want Kinemon.
Here's my more realistic hope for the next chapter. I think pacing-wise, I don't want the goodbyes to be too drawn out. I kind of hope they at least start pushing off the shore next chapter by the end of it.
I think that'd be too fast. I want this at the end of the second chapter, they've officially left.
Yeah,
And
if it's, it has to be soon though. I'm like, man.
No, two more chapters. I think Oda literally said 10:58 would be the last time we're in Wano, so I think that'd be perfect.
I'll give him that long.
Because here's the thing, we have two last objectives. Yamato needs to do the Big Odin goodbye, and Kinemon and Momo need to break my heart. So for those objectives, we could squeeze them into one chapter, but like 1.5 is more realistic. I think that'd be perfect. And then we're gone, and then we get a Blackbeard interlude page where we get to see that he's kidnapped, what's her face? He's kidnapped Pudding in between the chaos that's happening in Whole Cake, and now he can read the poneglyphs. Bada bing, bada boom.
He ate Pudding.
Stop. Sanji Pudding is legitimate. It has to be endgame. Like, if they're not married at the endgame, I'm going to be upset.
They don't have their own, like, Baratier in the new world.
Oh, that's cute. They're making desserts together, and I want this for him. He deserves it, after all his perving. He deserves a reward.
Except he's gonna wig out every time a pretty woman walks in. It's just gonna come over with a frying pan.
No,
come out and drag him back into the kitchen.
Actually, I would like to say Sanji's going to better himself when he gets married. I can't full-heartedly say he is.
Because I'm right.
I don't have it in me to lie straight to your face.
It's gonna be Wilma and Fred Flintstone, and they're just like with caveman clubs. Getting bonked over the head and get dragged back to the kitchen.
Yabba dabba doo, and then he gets Vin Smoke hit, and he's like, "Oh wait, I don't feel pain," and we all laugh. It's gonna be great. All right, folks, thanks for joining us. We'll catch you in about 4 weeks, which isn't the next break the short one where it's like 2 weeks?
I posted the thing of the jig.
Man, y'all gotta wait that long between doing these.
Bradley, you wouldn't want to do this every week. You would get exhausted. You'll thank me. You'll thank me eventually for our brilliant schedule. I think we do them at the exact right amount of time.
It is quite brilliant.
All right.
Let's see. We got a twofer this next time around.
And then is it a 3 for after?
It's a 3 for after.
So we could do 5 in 1 and go for an hour and a half or so, or we could do a short 2. So we'll see. We'll see how we're feeling. It depends on life being busy or not. I mean, granted, it will have a 2-week
It
window.
depends on if Kinemon joins the Straw Hats.
I mean, I'll have to talk about that. We have literally the only Kinemon stan in the planet. No, that's not true. I'm a big fan.
No.
All right. Goodbye, folks. See y'all in Elbath, hopefully.